In this day and time, it is not unusual for most families to have at least one pet. Picking the right pet for your family is a huge decision and a great responsibility to take on for anyone. The most important thing that people always debate and think deeply about when deciding on a family pet comes down to the question, should I adopt? I'm here today to tell you that the answer to that question is that there is no better choice when deciding on a pet than adoption. I am not biased towards ownership of purebred animals. However, with the large amount of animals in the U.S. without homes currently, it seems very unnecessary to bring more animals onto the earth without certainty that they can find homes that are secure and safe. You may say that mixed breed animals are not as valuable. However, when it comes to pet ownership, I feel that value should be placed more on the temperament and personality of the animal, as well as the way that it interacts in your home, than the appearance or the cost. Today, I will talk to you about the pros of owning an adopted pet, as well as false negative implications that some people may have about taking part in such a responsibility. There are countless positives to adopting a pet through a local shelter or rescue group, versus getting a more expensive purebred animal. First and foremost, by adopting a pet, you are helping to give many animals a chance at not only a better life, but a longer life. According to the Humane Society of the United States, an estimated 6 to 8 million cats and dogs go into animal shelters every year. Of this 6 to 8 million, only about half are adopted out, leaving the remaining half to be euthanized due to lack of funding. Here I have an example of a local shelter in California, and this is cat statistics, the number of cats that go in every year and the number of cats that are adopted out. And as you can see, it is decreasing over the past few years. And here's an example of dog statistics the same way in New York. This shows the animals received, this shows the animals euthanized, and this shows the amount of animals that are obtained back from the owner that brought them. Like I said, they're both decreasing in numbers, but the numbers are still very high, and adoption is needed. These animals deserve a second chance to be a loving companion in addition to a family. Secondly, adopting a pet is a cost-effective way to bring a new pet into your home. Although there are still expenses of food and medical needs, adoptive pets are much cheaper to obtain. When considering a family pet, it is important to remember other financial responsibilities that are necessary, and with the opportunity to get a great pet with low expenses as well as the ability to save a life, adoption is the perfect choice. My third point to discuss on the decision of adoption is that by choosing to adopt, you can not only gain satisfaction in that you are saving a life and bringing a new companion into the home, but also that you are making someone else feel good about the hard work and dedication that they contribute to these needy animals. Many of the individuals that help to keep up animal shelters and rescue organizations go unpaid and simply contribute their spare time because they love animals and want to be a part of helping them find a new home. Stated by the Animal Adoption League, when you adopt a pet, you help an animal facility, animal rescue organization, or humane society to fulfill its mission of saving homeless and unwanted pets. A fourth and final reason to adopt is that it can benefit you mentally, emotionally, and can even have beneficial effects on your personal health. As stated by Stanley Popovich, a well-known author and psychologist, adopting a pet is a good way to reduce our everyday stresses and anxieties. Coming home to that special pet that loves you unconditionally can take our minds off the problems that we are facing in life and can help us focus more on the positive aspects. According to Popovich, spending time with your new adopted pet can also give you energy to do other things as well, and can also be responsible for giving us greater levels of self-confidence to achieve goals and overcome obstacles. Although it may seem silly to many, pet owners do have a tendency to talk to their pets. However, doing this is a great way to get our issues out in the open and work towards resolving them. Well stated by Popovich, people in our lives come and go, but your pet will never leave you regardless of how bad your problems are. When trying to decide if adoption is the best route for obtaining a pet, many people are questionable. When making this big decision, most individuals have false pretenses on shelter pets and doubt their ability to fulfill their needs of companionship. The biggest question that people are faced with when deciding on adoption is not knowing the previous environment of this pet. Is it safe to bring it into my home? The answer to that question is yes. In order to adopt pets out to individuals, shelters and humane societies are required to monitor pets' behaviors, especially those with troubled past, and make sure that they are suitable for homes. Organizations such as ASPCA focus primarily on taking animals from previously abusive homes and finding them good homes after they've been strictly observed and worked with on their behaviors. Such organizations usually give evidence to these actions within their mission statements. For example, as stated by the ASPCA, we are wholly dedicated to providing local and national leadership in 3 key areas: caring for pet parents and pets, providing positive outcomes for at-risk animals, and serving victims of animal cruelty. As you can see here, this is a pie chart of steps to adoption that most animal shelters and humane societies take. And although I'm not going to read through each and every one of these, about 3/4 of this pie chart is made up of behavioral steps that these organizations take to make sure that pets are safe to go into your home. Although there is the initial issue of having an animal act out, it is no more likely in a shelter pet than an animal obtained from a breeder. Another question common with potential adoptive pet owners is, are shelter pets less intelligent and harder to train? Shelter pets are just as easily trained as pets you would obtain from a breeder. Many people argue whether mixed or purebred animals are more intelligent. Although there is no proven evidence, I've had both purebred and mixed breed dogs and have not observed this difference in the two. I think that it all depends on the amount of time and dedication the animal is given. When choosing to have a pet, whether it is an adopted pet or a purebred, it is important to remember that pets should not be considered objects, but instead should be considered real, live, loving creatures that require time and attention. A third general question asked by individuals searching for a pet is, are shelter pets less healthy due to their backgrounds? Although many of the pets within shelters have suffered from troubled past of malnutrition or in some cases even abuse, they are no more unhealthy when their weight is stabilized and they have received proper vaccinations than any other pet. In fact, it is commonly said that mixed breed animals live longer and have fewer health problems overall. This is commonly said due to knowledge of inbreeding of pedigree animals to maintain their desired bloodlines. Many purebred cats and dogs are known for their health issues. For example, bulldogs with their respiratory systems, Siamese with their urinary tract systems, and Labrador retrievers with their heart issues. Like most of the other issues discussed, when it comes to ownership of a pet, many health issues present within animals can be prevented with response and proper care from the owner. Now that you are aware of the positive aspects that come with adopting a pet, you have to make the choice on what fits your lifestyle best and what you want in a pet. We have covered the pros of adopting pets and common negative pretenses that people associate with pets from shelters, rescues, and humane societies. What choice will you make? Will you choose to spend more money on an animal due to its money value than you associate with it, or will you make a difference and be that special someone to care for a pet in need? The choice is yours. Hopefully now, when you choose the path that is right for you, this information will have given you some insight and will assist you in your difficult decision. Thank you.